In the last video, I talked about how I shot my first spec ad, and today I want to go over the post-production process. First things first, I edit and color grade almost all my videos in Premiere Pro with the Dehancer plugin. First, we are starting off without any music to really create a calm atmosphere, and also when the music comes in, the cuts are not on the beat of the music. So like this, we can later create a harmony between the music and the visuals when we actually cut on the beat. And also, if we would cut on the beat throughout the whole video, this would make the cuts very predictable and also a bit boring. Speaking of sound, we also don't have that many crazy sound effects, again, to keep the feel of the video calm and not have too many distractions. Also, we don't have that many visual effects neither. I really wanted to keep the video pretty calm and kind of in contrast to what action sports videos and also maybe the fast-paced Instagram and today's sports edit would feel like. As you can see, this also shows in my timeline of this project, which really is fairly simple and nothing crazy at all. But this is exactly what I like about it, the simplicity. So let's quickly talk about what I don't really like in the final edit and also couldn't fix in post-production. So first would be these two shots, which in my opinion lack a bit of contrast when it comes to lighting. They look a bit flat and dull, at the same time maybe even too crunchy. There's not really much color going on compared to the other frames, and I think that makes them feel maybe a little bit lifeless, I would say. But the opportunities on location were limited because, of course, the pipe was in a specific angle to the sun, or well, the sun was in a specific angle to the pipe, and like this, you're not in control of the lighting, of course, and that led to this very flat lighting. But in the end, I left them in a final edit because I like the framing and also because I didn't really have that many alternatives to choose from because of the short amount of time we had that day. So I shot this whole project in S-Log3, S-Gamut 3 Cine on the Sony ZV-E1 and A7 IV and graded it later in Dehancer. And I think many people might say the blacks are too crushed, but that's exactly what I went for and what I like. I know it's technically wrong to do it like this, but I don't need details in every part of the image. And also I think as long as it looks good, which of course is personal preference, I think you can't really do anything wrong in art. I don't claim this word for what I do, but I think you get what I mean. I think in film or as well as in photography, you don't really need to capture the world how you see it with your eyes, and you're allowed, or maybe sometimes you even should capture it how our eyes cannot see it. So I really think there is not really a right or wrong. I already mentioned it in yesterday's video. We shot almost the whole project in 120 frames per second with a shutter speed of around 500 to 1000 of a second. And this is because I wanted to really freeze the motion, not have too much motion blur. Also because I wanted to slow it down even more in post-production, which worked in some part, but didn't really work where there's snow flakes or snow, like this little snow pieces in the air. There Premiere struggled to slow it down with optical flow and couldn't really blend the frames in between. I don't know if it would have worked better with DaVinci because I don't use DaVinci. Maybe it would have, but like this, I was limited in some of the shots where I had a different thing in mind and had to make use of what I got and what I could, or how much I could slow it down in the final edit. Also, one could say that this slow motion effect doesn't really match the retro look, but again, I think, does it really have to make sense? I don't think so, and for me, I think somehow it still works like this. One thing I would like to have made differently is probably the versatility of different focal length, because I think I used too many tele shots. I would have loved to capture more wide angle and also certainly more close-ups that day. That's where I think this Spec Ad comes short in some ways. But overall, I'm pretty happy how it turned out, and I think the initial goal of combining this pretty calm feeling with a, yeah, you could say action sports like snowboarding worked pretty well in the end. And of course, I also learned many things for my next project like this. Next week, there's gonna be a behind the scenes video from back in February, I believe, where I shot a full campaign for a band with a then newly received Sony a7 IV. So if you're interested, then subscribe, and otherwise I'll catch you in the next one.